अस्सलामुअलैकुम। मैं ज़मीर अहमद अंसारी और आप देख रहे हैं जेड न्यूज़ फॉर यू। अर्ज़ यह है कि आपने अपने चैनल जेड न्यूज़ फॉर यू को अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो सब्सक्राइब करें और साथ में दिए हुए बेल आइकन को भी दबाएं, जिससे हमारी आने वाली सभी वीडियोस के नोटिफिकेशन सबसे पहले आपको मिल सकें।
Then three musketeers. I'm giving a new term. Why three musketeers? One is the association, which is the packaging industry. Number two is the one who is So IPMMI took this initiative that why don't we come out with a magazine more strongly to reach the entire user industry. And I'm happy to share that we have reached 5,000 user industries, which every quarter a magazine reaches them. Also, we have around more than 13,000 digital online copies being viewed, and we have a mega issue coming shortly, which is out, which is a around 76 page issue with plenty of user industry as well as exhibitors being part of it. What we do is we share knowledge again, and it covers various segments of the industry. We have student corners, we have overseas corners, we have new technology, and most important, the articles are fresh. They are not fetched from any book. They are written by the user industry themselves. And this is what we want to reach to the people, because everybody gets informations from some articles which are published internationally. What about the user industry with the knowledge gain in India? And that is what we are trying to promote. We are giving some international synopsis with the Indian touch with the Indian industry. IPMMI thought training is one important factor. Fine, there is an education training happening everywhere. But what happens to the industry and the people working there? So we came up with a training model at a very economical cost. So every month we have made a calendar. We give training on finance. We give training on marketing. We give training on various other aspects. And at a nominal cost. The cost is just 500 rupees for anybody from the industry, from any company, could be any member could apply for it, as well as for students we kept it at only 50 rupees. So gain knowledge, and it's a 3-hour session. But who speaks? It's from the industry. Nobody, maybe marketing, somebody marketing expert, finance, somebody from finance experts. Just to share knowledge. We are here to give knowledge to the industry, and we are trying ways and means to reach the industry and its people, that we are here to serve you, make the best out of it. Finally, we would like to share, lock your calendars, I think so you already might have. The event is very close, 4, 5, 6. It has grown. I would say we launched Mach Asia Expo December 2022 in Mumbai, and the event has grown at least by 45 to 50%. I would like to share this. It has been appreciated. The most important factor here is it's touch and feel the machine. Here you have purely machines being displayed, and that is what attracts people to come and see what is happening in the industry. So please make your presence felt. Don't lose an opportunity that Mach Asia Expo on 4, 5, 6 at Pragati Maidan. Your presence you will always end up with knowledge when you go back after the show. With this, I would like to thank you all for your patience, and we have a wonderful keynote coming just shortly from Dr. Tanveer Alam, and then followed by eminent panel discussions, where I'm sure you will surely gain some knowledge out of the discussion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. D'Souza. Now, I would request Dr. Alam kindly come on stage with us, please, and deliver a special address for all our audience. Thank you very much.
Very good evening. Thanks to the PhD Chamber of Commerce, IPMMI, and Mach team for inviting me on this occasion. It is indeed a great pleasure. I'm here to interact with all of you. I can see a lot of my alumni here, and they are really serving to the packaging industry in a most efficient manner. I feel proud when I meet my good alumni. And of course, I can see the industry, especially those who are going to exhibit during the exhibition. My best wishes to the forthcoming exhibition of Pac-Man organized by. The subject today, the recycling, sustainability, EPR, is the buzzword and very much important for these days. And all we are aware about that, the importance of the packaging, role of the packaging to the whole supply system. We cannot imagine, we cannot think about any business, whether the domestic business, whether the international business is possible without the packaging. One time we understand the importance, integral part of a whole supply system, that is the packaging. By the same time, it has poses the challenges what we are going to discuss. We want to have an environment, we have to be a safe for the future. All the packaging is important, but by the same time, what the challenges it poses to the throughout the world is the especially different vertical and use of different packaging material. The plastic, the biggest limitation due to its non-biodegradability, and so we are concerned here. Or the other forms and format of the packaging material that is considered somehow the glass, metal and paper is eco-friendly. During the recent study, we have gone through about 10 to 15% of the whole municipal waste and global is contributed with the plastic, packaging waste. And then 50% of the global municipal waste is the plastic. Now, how we have to make it the waste into the what I can say gold. We can see this recycling. It gives an opportunity. Recently, I was in a meeting with the ministry, and the concept is coming how we have to make the waste into the value addition. And we can see this recyclability of the plastic as a gold. It gives another opportunity for the employability. What I can see, we have done a small survey. We have in our student group, if there is a plastic packaging industry, if similar volume of the plastic is being converted into the recycling, how much the job will be created? I'm happy to share the job opportunity. If we have to have a value, around 78% job opportunity has increased. We have to recycle a plastic packaging to recyclable plastic packaging material. And when we talk about now another part is that, as all you know, that the Indian Institute of Packaging is working in 4 major verticals. One part of major activity of Indian Institute of Packaging is that testing and certification. How we'll connect this recycling opportunity, and then it is giving the challenges as well as an opportunity to the Indian Institute of Packaging, and all alumni are here. We'll discuss about that. How we are playing an important role in regulatory affairs. How we are contributing to make this the recycling plastic opportunity, that I will share about our experiences as a part of the different regulatory authority. Another part, when we see the opportunity for employment, so recently we have also formulated a 3 months short-term course in collaboration with the Indian Institute of Central Pulp and Paper Research Institute. The 3 months sustainable packaging course, short-term course. Another part of that, to give the new the job requirement, the demand is increasing, how we have to properly recycle the plastic into a value-added products. We need to have a manpower, specific manpower. Then another important aspect of this whole recyclability is that the material development of value-added product. We need to have another material science. We have also in the process of making the PhD course, and that we have also given my input to the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Indraprastha University. Why not we can have one chair of sustainable packaging under the IP and in collaboration with the IIP and as well as IT industry. And that again I am looking at some collaboration with the industry who can be sponsor of this program. We are going to make a one chair, professor in chair of sustainable packaging development. That plan we are working to fulfill the demand and requirement of the this industry. That we are looking at future prospects. We need to have a innovative packaging material from the recyclable plastic packaging systems. We need to have to fulfill the requirement of functionality of a packaging. Another important is aspect of this whole recyclable aspect is that what we are working at the ministry level is that how we have to have some study, and based on this study we have to give a solution for the packaging industry. So recently we have joint collaborative research project. Earlier even my thinking was that the plastic only aspect of the recycling, but the another mission we got from Finnish government, we can have how we have to improve the recycling of the paper plastic packaging systems. As per a study says that hardly 50% of the paper is being recovered. So now the target, even the government is very much concerned about it, how we can make the whole paper ecosystem, we can utilize up to the 70 to 80% of the paper into a whole ecosystems. The another target. So parallelly, one side we are working and challenges for the how to recycle the plastic, as well as there is another opportunities equally is there how we have to recycle 70 to 80%. Target is fixed by the Ministry of Commerce under the DPIT scheme. So now another collaborative work we are working with the CPPRI, Central Pulp and Paper Institute. Already 3 innovative centers we have established. One of the Delhi center we are working collaboratively. So another area of the work is that how we have to make it the more recycling and recovery of the paper packaging. And third, what I was talking about that recently and how the at regulatory part we are working already. RPET 100% RPET is now allowed, even the food material. Another assignment, because we are working the part of the FSSI Food Packaging Sustainable Packaging Scientific Committee, where now we are working how we can use another polymeric material into the food system. So similarly, how much positively we are working. This all regulation we are coming almost 3 to 6 months efforts. Now other LDPE and other polymeric materials, how we can use it. So for need we need to data. So therefore I am requesting to the whole our alumni and industry come together, give a scientific data so we can utilize to make regulation in fast, so we can give the scientific input to the regulatory authority, BIS as well as a FSSI regulation. This way we can have fast and better result in terms of because the regulation is important part. We need to have a regulatory, and third important is that whatever the recyclable material we have to develop and and they need to be developed must be a safe and secure, and health concern is important. Whatever the leachability is there, then we need to have a basic data as well as applied data, applied research we need to have, because we have once you recycle it, when second times you recycle it to make it a usable container or packaging material or utility items, we have to see is there any characterization of the polymaterial is very much important. It is also equally for the paper, functionality of the paper, especially to be used for the packaging material. So that characterization, we need to characterize so that it should match with the virgin plastic material to be used for the packaging. So then what I want to say, like industry should also come together to develop recyclable material to be used more often and to be used maximum for the application, including the food and other commodity items. With this was, once again, I wholeheartedly thanks to the organizer to giving this opportunity, and my message is that please be proactive, collaborate industry, academia, research for better outcome for the challenges and convert into the opportunity of the recyclable and sustainable packaging development. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Alam, for that wonderful special address, keynote address to our audience. With that note, now we move to our key panel discussion of the day, and for which I would like to request our moderator to first come on stage. Okay. That was a grand entry from the moderator. One that perhaps he deserves. In fact, this is my utter pleasure to introduce him. Wonderful gentleman, to say, keeping all the professional aspects aside, personally wonderful gentleman. Perhaps being an alumni himself, with 3 decades of experience coming hands down, and yet having a humble persona is an amazing thing, and thank you, Dr. Shahidi, for that. So he has worked with SIES School of Packaging, Trident, Sahara, FMCG, Indofoil Industries, Mozabear. I mean, perhaps name the company in the industry who have gone through a change of their packaging. He has been at the helm of it. In fact, during our small meeting today, he was giving us a small explanation about how he was a key player in Dabur. So one of his experiences, perhaps a lot of you would have used the Dabur Kandipa. He is the gentleman who is behind it. So he also has presented multiple technical papers on different platforms, not just in India, but of course internationally. He's a gold medalist from IIP, and he is a die-hard optimist that perhaps you will actually see when he's on stage today. And his sessions are full of energy, laughter of course, and we have organized 5 roadshows this year. This is the 6th one. He has moderated all our sessions, and we could, as an organizer, we could be absolutely of the testament that each of our sessions in all these 5 cities that we've gone through are absolutely humorous, filled with fun, but a lot of knowledge in that. So with that, I would like to invite Dr. Ainen Shahidi, kindly come on stage and moderate the session for us.
Thank you so much. All right, so The real fun begins now. I welcome you all at this momentous moment, and I am looking at you with a lot of expectation that yes, you are enjoying this. Yes or no? Yes. You are loving this, and I'm thankful to this prestigious organization PhD CCI for allowing us to have our event at this evening. Thank you. Thanks everybody for your time and efforts you have taken to be present over here. Let me tell you, you are the chosen one. You are the special one. You were destined to be here at this moment. So for that purpose, give a pat to your back, please. All of you. You're the lucky one, because there are many people roaming around on the streets. They are missing this lovely place, isn't it? And here we are going to learn a lot of things and take huge amount of wisdom with all of us. Our panelists will keep you engaged and will help you understand the subject in a better way. Before I go ahead, I would like to say thanks to Jeevan. I would like to say thanks to Anthony Saab for enlightening our audience. I would be very, very thankful to Tanveer Saab for sharing his keynote. Lovely, sir. Lot of wisdom, lot of points you have shared with us. International arena, you have enlightened us with that. And Mr. Naveen Seth for organizing and allowing us for having this wonderful event. Right. So before I go ahead, I would like to ask you, what does success mean for you? Success. Everybody wants to be successful. What does it mean to all of us? What does success mean? Let me tell you a small story. A young boy from rural India with huge dreams. He goes to an institution in Mumbai, works hard, excels in his work, and earns the most coveted gold medal. That is success for him. His hard work paid. This must have happened for many of us. Hard work, goals, and we have got the result. That's a great success. That gives us that much of power. That gentleman works with corporates, meets his targets, takes the team along, achieves everything whatever he could do, and that sense of achievement is success for him. That sense of achievement and accomplishment of achieving your goal and giving a new shape to that, that is sense of achievement, that is success for all of us. Why? Because yes, we have moved from one place to the other place, and we have earned and learned many things during the whole process. Defining success in one word is a bit difficult. I would just say that it's being fulfilled, it's being happy, healthy, safe, and being loved and love everybody. That's success for all of us, isn't it? My definition of success is doing whatever it takes in helping yourself, helping others, helping the mother nature, and lead a better, happier, healthier, and grateful life for whatever we have been given by the God Almighty. To me specifically, being a corporate professional and all of us present over here, success means creating a business that empowers my customers, empowers entrepreneurs, empowers community and the nation in equal measures, keeping the mother nature happy and thriving. That's why the subject of circular economy becomes absolutely relevant for this evening. We are all here to take a solemn vow that yes, circular economy lives here, and we are all committed for that. Success is living your best life. Success is living with bliss. Success is my right. Success is your right. Success is our birthright. Yes or no? Yes. We are present over here. We are sent to be successful on this planet. Right, gentlemen? Thank you very much for listening to me. As I see all of you present over here, I am encouraged to see whatever I can see in your eyes, and a lot of curiosity is there waiting for the panelists to come in. I am astounded in what I see, because your love and interest in circular economy is not just knowing what you know, but also about what you don't know. It's about open to new ideas, willingness to learn and understand and implement. With these words, let me introduce my panelists. You would love to listen to them because they have come with huge amount of experience, huge amount of wisdom, and I would request all of you to pay attention to them, whatever they are sharing with you. Okay, to begin with, this gentleman is a seasoned professional with more than 15 years of experience specializing in packaging development and supply chain management. Currently holding a critical position at Del Monte Food India, where he oversees the entire packaging process from inception to procurement, inventory management and cost-saving initiatives. His expertise centers around value engineering in the realm of packaging, consistently crafting innovative solutions to optimize resource utilization and elevate product presentation. Throughout his career, he has made significant contributions to renowned companies such as Alchem, Ranbaxy, Perfetti, Van Mille, ITC Foods, to name a few. In his current capacity, he continues to champion excellence in packaging solutions, aligning them seamlessly with Del Monte's unwavering commitment to quality and sustainability. I am talking to all of you about Mr. Pradeep Kumar Chauhan. Let's welcome him. Mr. Pradeep, please come on the stage. Delighted to have you, sir. Please come. Over there. Yeah, please. Thank you very much for taking your time and being present here. The next panelist is a strategist, planner, and implementer with extensive experience in managing entire plant operations with hands-on experience in manufacturing excellence, HSE management, quality system implementation, regulatory compliance, driving cost optimization. He has completed not 1, 2, 3, but 10 greenfield projects, amazing, related to freeze-dried snacks, frozen food, RTE, dry mix, bakery, freeze, drying, cook and chill foods for various companies he has worked with. He is an achievement-driven leader with exceptional skills in ensuring that appropriate strategies are in place and are acted upon according to priorities he sets and his team sets. Worked with Mangalam Cements, Dalmia Industries, Meyer India, Haldirams. Now presently he is serving at Bikaji Foods International as Vice President and Head Pan-India Manufacturing, Engineering and Projects, managing various plants at Guwahati, Kolkata, Gaya, Bikaner, Bangalore, Kanpur, and I don't know, many more. I am talking to you all about Mr. Shivraj Chaudhary. Give it up for Mr. Shivraj Chaudhary. Welcome, sir, welcome. The next speaker over here, this gentleman is a chemistry graduate with post-graduation in packaging technology from Indian Institute of Packaging, Mumbai, as well as operations management from IMT Ghaziabad. He brings with him more than 28 years of rich experience in various areas of new product development, process improvement, new business development, packaging innovation, and many other research activities. He has worked with various FMCGs like Marico, Dabur, also pharma company Lupin. Currently, he is working with JK Paper as head new product development and is focusing on developing sustainable paper-based packaging. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mr. Tamal Ghosh. And we have a young gentleman, Mr. Yes. He has 16 years of outstanding track record of delivering innovation programs and from concept to market. Worked with Manjushri Tech Pack, ITC, Nestle India for what, a decade, more than a decade. Now heading packaging at Britannia Industries Limited. An avid packaging material technologist with a profound ability to think big while at the same time dive deep by embodying a unique mix of thought, leadership and technical acumen. global innovation management expert, comprehensive packaging expertise in FMCG and flexible and rigid converting, project management, total cost management, strategic supplier partnership and relationship. He has received several rewards and recognitions for packaging innovation in his career. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Nayandeep Banerjee. Welcome, Nayan, for taking your time. All the way traveling from Bangalore. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, Dr. Tanveer started and he shared with us about the circular economy, and he has enlightened us what is happening worldwide and what is his contribution. IIP is playing a wonderful role in that, along with all other institutions. Climate change is intricately linked to the economy because it's a very important aspect to understand, and many research is happening worldwide. Many institutions are working on this circular economy, not only USA and European countries. I think every country is focusing on this subject because if you would know, there are 6 gyros floating around, having about 5 billion bottles and plastic components floating in the sea, and there are between Japan and America, that's the Asia Pacific Sea. There is a gyro floating around in Australia region, there's Chile. So likewise, what is happening this? And somebody was saying that by 2050, this 5 million will become 50 million. So where we will be? And the population of all of us from 8 billion maybe to 10 billion, 11 billion, 12 billion. What will happen to the planet Earth? What will happen to the Mother Nature? Now, this is the point wherein we must focus on, and that's why this panel discussion has been brought in to understand where we can go ahead and how can we look into this very creatively. So, right then. I would like to begin the discussion with Mr. Pradeep Chauhan. Sir, with your experience in various companies, Nestle and ITC and all these places, what do you think, what role can the product and packaging design play in reducing packaging waste and encouraging a circular economy overall? What do you think about it? Working, not working?
Hello. Hello. Yeah, yes. So, I believe the packaging design is the starting point of circular economy because it is the point where we need to finalize what material we used to use and how it is going to be circular in the market. So, whenever we're designing any new product, we need to ask what, how, and where. What comes when you start designing a product? You will get a lot of pressure from different departments from yours. Being a packaging development, you have to handle all that pressure and you need to design a product considering the circularity principle, sustainability. So just to give you an example, a few days back my marketing team said I need a product which is like 40 gram, but it has the pack size has to perceive like it is containing a 50 gram or 60 gram of pack. There you need to go because the extra material what you are using is going to be waste. It's not going to be used actually it's not going to be used. Secondly, when you say what, so what product actually you are packing, that also you need to be considered. Sometimes the another question comes that my packaging has to provide me the best shelf life of 2 years or 3 years. But think, if you are placing any product and your product is placed on a store which is 1.5 year old, no one is going to buy that, and it will be more difficult to recycle than an empty pack which is after consumption. Third thing is what you are printing. Your design has to be on the minimum thing. It is not only like if we talk about fancy designing on the packaging and all, but think your marketing when you receive a material or something and that your design or your colors are not matching, it will be rejected. What we will do of that material? So your design has to be very simple. And thirdly, where this is the where it does not mean that where we are going to place our package. It is like today with the regulations, we are providing a recycle logo on our packaging that it is 6 number, 7 number. This is the method of doing the recyclability. But we are not educating our end consumer what to do of this packaging after consumption. We have to dispose it. This is the basic problem we are facing now. Second point when designing a packaging is the modularity, because you have to design a pack which is easily have modular components. See, if I am buying a pack which is having a spout, prefix spout, and see, what happens if my one spout is break? So the whole packaging is waste. So instead of going in that direction, we have to buy a laminate, buy spout separately and assemble it on the machine itself. Thirdly, the waste is not only happening because of designing a product, we also need to see how we are going to pack it. In the industry, 3 to 4% of wastage of laminate or any other packaging material is happening at the time of packing. This is the industry norm. We need to design our packaging based on the machine requirement and in the collaboration from the supplier and the machine supplier as well, that this wastage has to go down. So all these factors we have to consider thoroughly before designing any product, because it is the first step where we know whatever we sow, we will reap that. So it is the stage where we need to really focus, be really open-minded, and in case if we need any help, we need to use the collective intelligence of all the stakeholder in that circular chain. So I believe this is this pack design is something which is most crucial part of circular economy.
Right. So it has to, somebody said that from design to delivery. So if we are taking all precautions at the very beginning of packaging design, machine design, taking everything under consideration, then certainly this problem of rejections and over packaging would never arise. So the message what you are telling to all the audience is that be attentive at the very first stage, at the beginning of the stage, when you are conceptualizing the new packaging for your product, or when you are working on the cost optimization of your existing product. So focus is very, very important. And you also mentioned about educating customers. This is a big task. I think marketers working with user industries like Levers and Colgate and Dabur and all these big companies, I think the onus falls on them to promote how to use this packaging after it is discarded, where to throw that, how to handle that empty bottle, what to do that. That awareness is absolutely missing, Mr. Pradeep. As
Yeah,
you mentioned
actually
about.
government last couple of years, government is driving that this color of dustbin has to be used for this. So why we only put that recycle logo? Why don't we put the color of dustbin itself on the packaging? This has to be thrown in that.
Correct. They have a blue color and green color, something like that. You also mentioned about the collaboration with supplier. This is very important. I have worked with various user industries and I am a staunch supporter that without suppliers' support, a packaging professional cannot do his duty in the best possible way. Many ideas come from suppliers. That's why the collaboration with supplier becomes absolutely critical. Now let's understand this in a better way, little more way, from our next speaker, Mr. Shivraj Chaudhary ji. You have got huge amount of experience, sir. You have worked with many big companies for many years. Now, there are 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. These are these are very popular 3 R's, but I have got 11 R's. I will share with you later on during the discussion, okay? So let's start counting what can be another R from your side as well, and let me know. Okay, so how does the concept of reduce, reuse and recycle apply to packaging in the context of circular economy, sir?
Good evening to all.
Good evening.
Actually, this circular economy is not a common word. I don't think at the lower end, the shop floor, at the operation, people are well familiar about this word. So we have to establish this word popularly so that we can achieve its goal. सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी में रिड्यूस, रिड्यूस और रिसाइकल एंड रीयूज.
Fiber based packaging. So when this kind of issues coming, that plastic wastage going to the ocean, and there's a lot of issues in that environmental friendly. There, fiber based packaging has a lot of focus now.
Okay, fiber-based packaging.
Yeah. So when I'm doing fiber based packaging, it's not a paper. It's a complete material science. Okay. So if you see that recycled rate in Europe for the fiber based packaging is gone up to I think 80% now. What Dr. Alam is saying that here is 50%, we have to go on to 80%, but in Europe or in that country, it has gone now up to 80%, the fiber based packaging recyclability rate. So what you're talking actually, because in one way it has to deliver the end functionality, okay, because the plastic is a very beautiful material, but how it has come over decades now, we have achieved this excellence in the plastic packaging material, okay. Now we need to compete with that plastic packaging material, the functionality, everything. It's a huge challenge, okay, for the fiber-based packaging. So first is coming the feedstock, like the paper, base paper, which comes from the renewable pulp and everything, which can be recyclable or maybe pure pulp from the plant. So the feedstock development, if you see that paper, and if I compare, like we want to replace, the plastic laminate, maybe the floor wrap or secondary packaging. First I'm talking actually where you don't need so much barrier, but it has to functionality like heat sealing. It has to run on the high speed packaging machine like Mach, okay. Because brand owner, they are saying that we can't compromise on the productivity. It has to run on the same machine and it has to do the same functionality, sealing, everything will be there, then we can accept. How it can be done? Our machine, packaging machine is designed to run on the paper. So we have to work on the paper first. How the paper, the base paper and the paper, how it can the functionality in terms of the breaking length, in terms of tear resistance, in terms of water resistance, how we can improve first, okay. And because the current, there is no need, earlier there is no need for the to develop that kind of paper, because it's like a simple printing and writing paper and all that kind of thing, where you don't need anything, you need only printability. Now we come to functionality, because it has to run on the high speed machine like Mach. So in the JK paper, like we are developing that kind of paper which can potential to replace the floor wrap, that's PET polylaminate, which runs on the high speed machine like Mach. So what we are developing, the paper which can having a better breaking length, better tear resistance, very good water resistance, the pop value should be very, very low, and overall that actually there should be a coating, because without heat sealing the paper cannot make that pouches. So we have to add some coating which should be also sustainable, which should come also renewable energy. So that kind of coating, which may be water-based coating, it may be biopolymer coating, and that can give you your heat sealing properties. It can give you the water resistance, moisture barrier, and then entirely that actually should run on the high-speed machine to pack the product. And then also there is because it's a supply chain. In India, supply chain, that how it can handle the packaging material. So it's not a plastic. With plastic you can throw in everything that it can sustain. But paper, when you can see that actually like inside the product, any toothpaste or maybe Fair and Lovely type of which comes in a floor wrap packaging, and it is replacing with the paper-based packaging. And when it has to pack at the factory, then it has to go to the distributor, then CNFA depot, everything. Then there are the boxes that will throw in, you have to hang it actually on this
all this supply chain you need to take care. So that kind of development, there's a lot of challenge, and I think there's a lot of material science development R&D type. We have to focus. What Dr. Along is saying, that we have to focus on that material science. How we can, because if you see the globally, I think there's an example actually. A lot of company. I'll not take the name actually. They have already launched pilot launch product in paper pouch packaging, which having a better barrier properties in terms of moisture barrier, oxygen barrier. It has a good heat sealing properties, but it's a fiber based. It's a coating technology, and they have launched and they have replaced the current plastic based laminate. But their R&D and their kind of development and support from government also, you can't compare in India because there's a long milestone to go. So when you're talking the innovative packaging material, there's a lot of work to be done. So this is this is one part actually. Okay, the fiber-based packaging. Another is like suppose you want to say that how we have to replace the rigid packaging, the container, plastic container, everything. There is also challenge. Okay, but there is a development also. So you see that there is a technology called dry molded fiber technology. Okay, which is basically it's not a normal molded fiber, but it needs a lot of water actually. It's a dry molded because there's a pulp sheet, and pulp sheet has to just convert to the shape through thermoforming actually, and it can give a container shape, anything, bottles and everything.
Lids of coffee.
That is, yeah. So that is also been developed worldwide. There's a Switzerland company. They have developed that technology, that machine also, and that kind of technology. So I think globally there's a lot of focus on that new material science technology, renewable, which comes renewable, having a low carbon footprint, and I think in India also you have to focus, but it's a long way to go.
Long way to go. Well, yes, it is a long way to go because it involves huge amount of research and development activity. And yes, we are progressing, we are going towards that destination, but I think it will take some time for us. Internationally, a lot of work is happening, as you said, Mr. Tamal Ghosh. Material science, yes. Basic material innovation, that's the point what he is thinking about. I just loved it about when you mentioned about that the paper laminate can have a barrier property, WVDR, OTR, also heat sealing property, good printability, as good as the laminate. That's very fascinating, Mr. Tamal Ghosh. I think you are working in that direction. We have also mentioned about barrier coating, barrier coatings that that can help the paper laminate to have a very high level of barrier, and also the product will have much better shelf life. One more interesting thing which he mentioned about the functional aspect of packaging. The packaging must perform. The graphics and design can take a secondary position. That's also a right idea, but from marketing point of view, somebody would ask, no, my packaging must look very attractive.
I think one more point actually,
Yeah.
missed it actually. So if the brand owner, they are saying that, or it's basically it's a awareness to the customer.
Right.
Brand owner like, okay, we need a high gloss because we have to match that plastic and the paper. How it can be matched? So can you not create like why the matte finish cannot be a very premium packaging?
Yes.
Why we need the jazzy, glossy, the plastic like packaging? Why? So basically, it's just like a thought process, and it's the consumer awareness actually. Globally, if you see that the premium packaging talks that it has to be matte finish, okay, not the glossy. But in India, we are talking it has to be very glossy, jazzy, because the handling and the dust and everything comes actually. So when it's a mindset and it's a awareness actually that how we can develop different kind of looks for the product.
Front and the entire packaging. Rightly said. Sometimes I feel matte looks little more comfortable. I think the printing is more visible. It gives a little premium feel as well. So maybe people can move towards that. And paper as a substrate with good printing and coating can give that matte finish and can be as a premium packaging projection. Yeah, that's right. That's fantastic. Well, let me come to our next speaker, Mr. Nayandi Banerjee. With your experience of food and beverages industry, Nestle, so many years, you have handled many projects, national, international. What are the implications of the circular economy in packaging with respect to food and beverages industry? And how can they address these changes? What's happening in the world around? Please share your thoughts with our audience.
Uh, it's a good evening to everyone, and thanks for giving me opportunity today to speak about the most buzzword which Tanvi sir also mentioned, the circular economy. So before jumping on to that FMCG segment, what we did and what are the opportunities areas to talk about, let's understand that why we are moving into a circular economy. So today we are in a position from linear economy towards circular economy. So this is a transition which is happening. So if you understand the linear economy, the starting point, which Pradeep also has mentioned, that we have a finite resources. We don't have infinite resources, our renewable resources that we have. So we have to utilize in a very effective manner to actually utilize those resources so that we should not have it issue after a few decades usage of those plastics. This is the first barrier. Second barrier that we have after, because today what is happening, so we are using a lot of these resources. We are developing packaging, plastic materials, we are moving into a multi-layer packaging. Those multi-layer packaging, then all FMCG sector we are using for our food packaging with a lower shelf-life product, higher shelf-life products, and then what is happening? It's reaches to the consumer, and consumer is post-usage is going to a dustbin, and it's going with a mixed waste. So the segregation is not happening in a proper way, and that's why it's going to a landfill. So this is the today's scenario, and the way that I am thinking, and the work that all the FMCG sector is working on. The first and foremost is the design aspect, which Pradeep has already mentioned very truly, that we have to utilize our resources in a very, very effective manner. And that's where reduce comes in under a very, very important role, how we reduce the plastic consumption. And when we design any packaging, so we should utilize the packaging as less as we can without compromising on the functionality of the packaging. This is the first part. Second part, that whenever we are developing any packaging material, so we need to think over it, that what is the end of life of this material. So I am talking about recycle is one part of that. So second part is all the compostable and the biodegradable material, the paper that Mr. Kamal has talked about. So there are a lot of solutions to it, and ultimately this all recyclable packaging material, it's go in a either chemical recycling process or mechanical recycling process, and we can retrieve those and utilize in our packaging material, return back. So, but there are a lot of complexity there for primary packaging because of the compliance, regulations, food safety point of view. But this is the task that we have to work on, and that's why the industry also moving into that direction. Compostable is there. This is again bio-natural, so we are returning back those to the resource. So again, compostable material is another domain that industry is working, and there are a lot of companies who are developing this material. Third important topic, which for me is very important. So when we design any packaging so we have a lower shelf life product, which is first moving product, and the packaging should be like those which we should not overpack things, and we should not land up in a bigger issues. When we talk about the lower shelf life product, that means consumption of plastic is very high. And that's why our focus is how we can increase the shelf life of the product, because it's a slow moving in the market. So can we increase the shelf life of the product so that my consumption of plastic reduces? So this is the way that we are thinking, and that's another important part is communications. How we are communicating with the consumer. The part that we are talking about through artwork, through the communication should flow, how you should segregate your waste in the home. And there are a lot of, I believe there are a lot of companies, there are a lot of agencies, there are a lot of NGOs that are working to educate consumer in different way. How you segregate our waste. Today we are talking about we are talking about wet waste and dry waste. But if you see in the European means countries, they have paper, they have aluminium foil, they have plastics, so they have all segregation. So we have to, because that's why I'm saying we are transitioning towards that, but it is a long way to go to reach those. And the fourth, which is important, that capability of this recycle, this vendor base, who are collecting all these this packaging material and utilize those, whether it's a chemical or mechanical recycling, and developing all the granules. I think this is one part, and second, the technology that they are using. Today I see that I have visited a lot of recycling industry. And what I found that recycling industry is not technically driven. So they are very manual. Today, even the sorting is happening is very manually. That the foil is sorted out separately, the paper is being. I think there is a transition happening. But yes, this is because we have to work further towards all the segregation processes, which I think European countries, they are more advanced onto this, how the technology come into the picture, how the industry go towards that, so that we can utilize not for indirect food contact packaging material, the recycled packaging material, we also can replace our primary packaging material. So this is way that we are focused there, and I am thinking into that perspective. Even in my current organization, I'm really happy to say we are plastic neutral as part of EPR scheme. So everyone, I think this is another important topic or buzzword you can say, that plastic neutrality, the kinds of plastic that we are generating, we are retrieving from the market. So and then we are doing in a proper recycle stream. But yes, we are using cement clean industries, and we're using pyrolysis or gasolyzer to convert into oil or energy, but this is not the ultimate route of recycling. So it is not the circular path. So we need to close this circular path with the technological intervention, which is key towards that. So I am thinking into that perspective, and this is because my vision that at least all the changes is come from you. So you have to change yourself and start segregating, at least to start with the segregating our waste in a proper way, so that for the recycle stream, the people who are segregating, they get more output, and it's go in a proper flow chain, so that circle is being closed properly.
They get better recognition and also support from all the stakeholders. That's what you are hinting about.
Correct.
Well,
so that's all from my side. So I just
it's okay. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us. Well, rightly said that the global economy worldwide is actually linear. Still linear to a large extent. Whatever we say about circular economy and all this, but still it's linear. It's like take, make and waste. Take, make and waste. Frankly speaking, very little emphasis is being given on managing the waste. Not only here, everywhere. But yes, the great point is that there is a realization, there is an awareness that this is the only place we have to live, we human beings. What will happen after a decade or 2 decades or 3 decades? I was talking to Mr. Stewart from UK. He said, boss, by 2050, it will be disastrous. You will have very huge population and so many plastics all around. So wake up. That's the wake-up call for all of us. And you also mentioned about the minimalism. How can we force ourselves to use minimum packaging? The biggest stumbling block will come to our marketing guys. You have to convince them, sir, don't do over packaging. Let's go for the minimum possible packaging materials. Just sufficient, the functional aspect of it. The packaging must protect my product, must reach the consumer in the safest possible way. Can you do that? In marketing warfare, is it possible? So a lot of areas, a lot of points to think about it. You also mentioned about perishable, non-perishable, product with lower shelf life, product with higher shelf life. We end up having similar packaging for all this, maybe because of economy of a scale, buying large quantity and then thinking about the cost. But all those things have to slowly change. I'm very happy in my interaction with various people in the industry. Yes, it is moving towards the north, positive direction. Things are happening in a much better way. So let's move to the next round of our discussion. Thank you very much for helping us understand this so far. Now I would come back to Mr. Pradeep. Before that, I want to share one thing with our audience, that yes, there is a company called Frugal Pack. Perhaps Tamal, you were mentioning about Frugal Pack and also Dull Pack. Frugal Pack has a huge amount of research. They have produced paper bottle. Now that bottle has got approximately 84 to 85% paper and about 14-15% plastics. A huge amount of research is there. It's also available in the commercial, I think, arena now. People are using it. There are companies like I remember the company like Coke, Pepsi, Danone, and one more company. I'm forgetting the name. And these are companies who have taken a special target to move towards 100% recycled packaging by the year 2025, 27, or 2030. That's a great development happening all around. Circular model of business is becoming very popular these days in various companies. Okay, now let's take the discussion ahead. How many of you have added new R? Please, come on. What are 3 R's? Somebody say? Reduce, reuse, recycle. What is the 4th one? You just heard from here. Renew? Renewal. So this is the 4th one. Anybody can add the 5th one? Repurpose. Okay. Recovery. Reject also. Okay. Reject. Research. Okay. Research. Remote. All right. So many R's are coming in. Let me add one from my side. Rethink. Retreat. Retreat is something different. Let's go for retreat now, isn't it? After this panel discussion is over, let's go for retreat outside, okay? That's lovely. Good imagination. Very nice. Dreaming good about this. Fantastic. Retreat. I liked it. So let's retreat to our next speaker. Okay. Pradeep, I'm coming to you once again, please. Mike, please. Mic to Pradeep.
I like to add 3 more.
Okay, 3 more. Yeah.
Refuse,
Remove,
and reform.
reform. Refuse, remove, reform. Okay.
When you're designing any product, you need to be focused on the continuous development. After certain time, you will be learning that how your product is behaving in the market. You try a new structure with a lower thickness, less packaging, and see how it is working.
Right. Good.
That's the reform.
Reform. Okay. And reboot. Switch off and then switch on. Reboot. That's lovely. So a lot of things are coming. A lot of creative things are happening over here. I have added these 3 words in my list, so now it is 14 now. Okay. Right. So let's come back. We're talking about linear economy, economy, and then circular economy. So with your experience, Mr. Pradeep, what are the environmental consequences in a linear packaging economy compared to a circular economy?
Yeah.
Linear versus circular. Let's understand.
See, linear, you rightly said it's take, make, waste.
Yeah.
And I'll add up last month, almost 1 month back, we landed on moon. But finding a new earth is a distant dream right now.
Yes, it is.
So we have one planet and we are adding almost 80 million tons of packaging waste every year. Do it. And this is data of 2020. We are growing in waste generation by 3% every year. So this linear economy, we have to rethink. We have to go for a circular one because our sources are limited. So linear economy lead to a source depletion, where we simply use single-use plastic, single-time usage of package. We throw it and we forget about it. It is not coming into the circularity of circular economy. Second biggest problem is the waste generation. That I added that all 80 million tons of waste we are generating. The environmental impact, we are the not only one who is living on this planet. So there is a big issue of we are losing biodiversity because of habitat pollution we are creating, the habitat we are destroying. More paper we need, more forest we have to cut down. Although we are again foresting, but think about the time they need to grow again, and the more packaging we use, the more we are impacting on the planet. The biggest problem is the depletion or waste of value of in the circular economy. Not only on packaging, but also financially. When you are wasting any product, see, virgin PP costs you something around 120, 140 rupees, and recycled PP is costing, when you are making a waste, so it is not coming into use. So you are generating more waste, and even though you are recycling it, but the value of that product is deteriorated.
Correct. It has gone down. Very true.
Whereas in circular economy, we more focused on, see, we are progressing. First it was a linear economy, then it's like manufacturing, use and throw. Now raw material, manufacturing, use and recycle. That was called as the recycle economy. Now we are talking about circular economy, where this recyclability has to be a continuous loop. So this will help in the circular economy will help in protecting our environment, and not only this, we also need to think beyond the circular economy. If there will be any spherical economy, we have to take care of that. Like if I think like the plant is the 3 C's of spherical economy. I was reading an article where is the first is the conversion. Who is the real converter on this planet? I think plants are the real converter. So we need to go and rethink that what we can do to make packaging based out of plant only, like edible packaging or biodegradable packaging.
Great.
The second C is the circularity, which is like we are talking about circular economy. And the last one is the conservation. So conservation of forest, conservation of life, that is the bigger challenge for us when we talk about packaging waste and linear economy.
So that way, linear economy has got its a huge amount of impact on the planet Earth, no doubt. Circular economy, to some extent, to a large extent rather, is a solution. Everywhere it is being looked at as a possibility to save the Earth and possibly to give a better longevity to the mother planet. What I was thinking that the biggest challenge is coming from your thought is that the importance of waste management.
Yes.
And that is becoming a big menace. We sometimes become so careless that we end up wasting just because of some small careless approach towards the manufacturing, production or whatever.
So waste generation is also lead to pollution. Pollution, not only soil but air, water pollution.
Right.
That is also creating a lot of problem right now.
So that way, waste management becomes a big thing. And my research says that out of the complete manufacturing of plastics materials, specifically about 7 to 8 or maybe 10% or 14% are getting into recycled arena. Rest are all either buried or floating around in the ocean. That's a big challenge, and that's why the independent evaluation group, which evaluates the development effectiveness of World Bank group, has identified municipal solid waste, the municipal solid waste worldwide, as a growing threat that surpasses local and regional areas. Municipal waste. And as a global challenge with mounting public health, environment, social, and economic cost, inadequate solid waste management also accounts for about 5% of global carbon emissions. Now, this carbon emission percentage is increasing day by day. You are going or you? So please, for some more time. There is up. Achha. Oh, right now? Okay. So good luck for that. All right. He has to go for some other meeting, so that's right. All right. So beyond circular economy, you mentioned about spherical economy. Spherical economy is something new for me. I've heard the first time, but I would like to go into the details of this. Maybe later on we can discuss about this spherical economy. It's very interesting point you have raised. Thank you very much. World population is growing very fast, as all of us know. Very soon 9 billion. But 1/3 of food is wasted. That's again a big crime. And India, I was having my research, 40% of wastage is happening in food, fruits, vegetables, mainly because of bad packaging, bad supply chain. What is happening? It's giving a huge impact on our economy. If we can contribute, specifically IIP can contribute to some extent, we can have a better economy as far as food chain is concerned, food management is concerned. All right, let's go to the next speaker for another set of learning from him. Shivaji, as you have worked with various companies that way, regulations and government policies के ऊपर काफी आपने काम किया हुआ है, बहुत पकड़ा है आपके इसके ऊपर. So how do regulations and government policies impact the transition to from linear economy to circular